Okay, so this one's a long one. So I'm doing the layouts for Valentine's, and February is my birthday, and this year's very special because I just turned 50. And I want to create different layouts, just a few pages to add like all the memories, all the places that we went, all the fun things that we have been doing. So I have, as per usual, a lot of catching up to do. So these are my alter composition books that I just add all my fun memories to, things that I desire, and I just enjoy creating layouts. Of course, I date everything so I know when this was created. And these are the printables that I shared with you guys on Patreon. You have two different Patreon Valentine printables. I have the freebie one, which you have a bunch of pages, a bunch of little knickknacks to cut up as seen in this video. And then I have the extended one, which is a total of 16 pages. I resized the one for the Patreon paid members. So it's just my way of saying thank you, and also to invite you to this crafty community, as it is so much fun to create layouts and journals and just be able to add the things that mean so much to us. And a lot of people think it's like, what is this? Like, what are you doing? That's junk. But it might be a receipt from somewhere you went with a special someone that means so much to you. And while somebody else might see it as something to discard, for us, it creates a lot of happiness. And I feel like that's what crafting is just holding on to those little things and creating memories. And I love to go into my journals and just sit down and look and read at the little notes that I wrote. In this layout, you'll notice that I put some of the pages together to create pockets. So what I do is I tape the sides. As you see, I know I sped it up, but I will tape the sides. And then the front end has, a slit that's completely open. So you could, if you're a journaler like me that you love to write, you could have whole full-blown pages that you've written and just tuck them in there. If you want to keep for yourself, maybe one day you're, sharing your stuff with friends and you don't want them to read your personal stuff. So that's a great way for you to kind of keep your entries to yourself. Here I'm just creating a little pocket and then a layout on the other side, which would be, if you're looking at it, the left side. And then I'm just going back and forth, making sure everything is kind of in its place as best as possible. Of course, when I'm making the videos, it's different than when you just sit down and do it yourself. So I will definitely go back and add ribbons and stickers, and of course, all of the pictures and ephemera, memorabilia, personal memorabilia. And then here I'm just creating like little tabs, almost for like easy access for when I'm just flipping through, if I want to come back per se, to add more pictures, as I have the whole month of February. That way I'd have my little tab and I could just go in there and access it very quickly. I went back and forth. I couldn't find a washi tape that I liked. And then I found this pink one, which I felt was perfect. It coordinated with the colors. And this was that one, the page that you see there that I showed you in the beginning, was I think like a back to school theme, but I'm reading like crazy, which I'm super happy. I'm at almost a book a week. And that's a huge milestone for me, because I went from not reading at all to reading maybe, okay, I'll try to read 1 or 2 books a year, to now I'm reading a book a week, which just makes me very, very happy, because that is one of the goals that I had for when I went into my 50s, is to have more me time, reading and playing my video games and just really enjoying those quiet moments of self-love and caring for myself, which is also why I started crafting. You notice that this channel is not very old, and why I created the Patreon community. Also, you notice that I don't just give you guys when you purchase from me like a little thing. I always give you extra because it's my passion and I love it so much. So it's not even about making money, which great it is. Like, thank you for contributing and supporting my work. But I had somebody message me and was like, hey, how are you making any money? You get like so much stuff, like the boxes like are so full of stuff. And it's like, believe it or not, I do make money, but it's not it's not for me to get rich. It's for us to like share with each other. It's a way for you to support me, but it's also a way for me to also support you and your crafting. So it's a lot of fun. Hence the Blue Torn page, which I talk about her all the time for the same reason. When you go to her shop, her items are less than $10 and she gives you so much. So that's why when I do go, like when she has a bunch of stuff that I'm working on and she has this color that I want, or she has this theme that I want, I make sure that I buy multiples just to support her, because it's so awesome, right? So here I'm just adding now all the little, I could say knickknacks. So it's like little envelopes that I created. I love the little jars. I created like almost like little Post-it type printables. So you could just have fun and, put them everywhere. Even if you're like, think about if you're writing a little note to someone, what a cute little way, with a little Valentine love note, even saying thank you or here's a cup of coffee or whatever it is that you're doing. I just love all those little things. They just make me super duper happy. And now I'm just like sifting through to see like what goes. I found some tickets, and I know this year I've noticed that Valentine tickets are like super duper hot. So I was able, and those are the ones that I sized. So here they're humongous, a bit big. So in the tiers for the paid members, I did resize them, and then I left the other ones for everybody, all members, the large ones. That way, like either or you could access if you want the bigger ones, because I know they were humongous. So there I'm making sure the pocket is, open, so I could just tuck whatever I want to put in there. And then I'm just kind of seeing, because if you notice on the other side, I did the tab like another way. So I got to make sure that everything's kind of like going the same way, because if not, I'm going to have like a mess on that part of the layout. So far I think I have like 6 pages. Is that what it is? So definitely plenty of pages for me to come back and decorate. So I'll be sharing all of that with you, and more so on Patreon. That's the whole point of Patreon, is to be able to share with you kind of like the personal pictures and, all the things that I do. Eventually, once I get everything settled, I might be doing more lives and we could absolutely chat and craft together. That'll be a lot of fun. So that's like one of my 2025 goals. So yeah, I hope you absolutely love the printables. Again, they're available on Patreon. I make sure that everyone gets something. For those that purchase my tiers, I'm truly, truly grateful of you. And I have little gifts that I'm going to be adding to all of the packages being purchased from today, February 9th, until I run out. You will have a happy, happy Valentine's. Good night.